Good evening. And pseudo. First. Good to see you. And hopefully that new emoji you unlocked will get approved soon. How's
We
the day
did, in
been?
fact, submit it right after the stream.
Yes.
She.
As promised.
Yes. Did you put it in the chat so they know what it is, or is it just like wait till it's revealed?
You have to wait until it's the crying snake one. They've seen it in the Discord.
Oh, okay. I was just curious, like if you let them know ahead of time or what, you know.
Not officially. I mean, we've discussed it in past streams, what kind of ones they would want. And a lot of them are kind of similar. So we've got one that's happy, feel good, which is the hug one. And then, you know, if we want to get a range of emotions, you go happy, sad, and then whatever fills up the
Angry.
rest of it. Oh, yeah, I'm going to have to make an angry one. Ah, it's so freaking
Just make it a
gorgeous.
rattlesnake, not even green. I hope you heard that squeal and you feel bad.
I don't.
Ah.
I was going for the owl.
Reunite with the spirit, and perhaps to reunite her with the
No dream.
It's not a chance I would have had alone. I needed an outsider, someone ignorant of our ways. But
So
no,
you used
not
me.
ignorant.
Are you trying to thank me, Raya?
Yes, of course. That's what you do. Untangle knots. Create possibilities. Thank you for making this pilgrimage possible. I only wish it had not been necessary to humiliate Aratak. You were wise to let him come. He's earned the right, stubborn as stone, but he's had to be. The war demanded it. So have I.
What did the war do to Aratak?
He cut away everything until only his true self remained. Unyielding ice. No Banuk has more sheer will. He fought the Karja for 1,000 freezing nights, yet always rallied his hunters at sunrise. It is said he endured 23 wounds in those years. His hunters counted them. He never complains of one. Instead, he complains that life with me is harder. He's right. What if I ever give him good struggle?
Stop putting yourself down. Been there, done that. Doesn't help.
Aratak told me you were captive with Karja for a long time. It sounded bad.
For Aratak, it all comes back to that. He thinks the Karja changed me. He did not. They merely sharpened my focus.
You don't have a focus.
When all else is
Ha,
lost,
ha.
you think about what's true.
Plus, sharpening it
onto
would
her.
damage it.
The blue light. The beyond. And my brother, too. Every time I felt the chill northern wind, I thought of him. Worried for him.
So, only the shamans have the cables woven in them.
Mhm.
Do they transfer heat? Because the shamans also wear much less clothing than the rest of the guys who are all bundled up.
What are we gonna find up there?
I don't know.
Ruins,
But do we know that the bundled up dudes don't have the blue stuff?
like that of Cauldron.
I don't know.
I have faith that you can find a way through it, Aloy. For beyond it lies the
I have a
sea.
facepalm emote.
I know I can find
It's
a way.
on the bench, but I guess with all the bad puns we do, that should be the next one.
For sure.
Hi, Jared. Should I go get that spear one first? I wonder if I can get that spear one first.
Yeah, let's try it. I'll come back.
Okay.
I still need to take care of a few things.
Understood. I'll be here.
Get the owl.
I will. Nice that it tells me exactly where to go. Doggone it. That's up in her whatchamahoo's place. The story in the first camp you should listen to. Oh, is there? Okay. Hang on. I have to get the owl for you, love.
Well,
I don't think I can. Is the only thing because it's right next.
I can
to
do
her.
it.
No, you can't.
I can too.
You cannot.
I
Oh,
can.
who do I have playing right now? Just a moment. Yes, it's me. Okay.
Okay.
It's gonna be forever dead. I'm sorry, Nab. It's not a snowy owl, but.
Oh.
Ha ha ha! No, don't shoot it again. That's just dumb. Okay, taking back
No,
command.
no.
Just leave it. It doesn't even have any good stuff on it. Okay.
Hey!
Stop!
Okay. Go ahead.
So pseudo, if you go into our Discord, I think I posted it in general. I had a couple of things. I posted all the emojis that I have on the bench. I went back and I darkened the outline of the facepalm one, but I'm interested to know what you guys think of that design. If I should remake it, if it's too difficult to see what's going on or not. Eh? Oh, you're boring.
Kill it right there.
Oh, hello. Right up the butt. That's my specialty. When it comes to hunting animals, apparently. I need more squirrels,
It's a good thing
too.
you clarified that.
Yep. Roly-poly squirrels.
Here we go again.
Stop moving.
I don't want it.
What are you? Okay, just a sawtooth. Not bad. Yeah, I can go back and recolor it. My palette's got a little screwy, but I can fix that. Hi, bear.
I will let it be known. I don't like how you waste your resources by crafting too many. Pew pew with the ice gun.
Oh, there's two of them.
Prepared. Get it? I think there might be 3 bears. You're hitting the tree.
Hmm. They're strong against ice, though.
Switch to the shock one.
What the?
I'd switch to the
Oh,
shock one,
they
yeah.
he threw one.
There we go.
Boy, ammo for those goes through fast.
So we call it a frost claw.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I'm already gone.
What are you? Nothing. We going through any lore while we're doing this errand?
Yeah.
Or do we want to come up with conversation?
Yes.
Yes?
Should I just go through all the voice logs?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll tuck that away.
So this one starts in the cave, which as a kid.
Mm.
It's the first one. I mean, seriously, record our thoughts for posterity. Great idea, Director Evans. Like I haven't done enough for posterity already. Like I wouldn't be here like this if not for posterity. I'm done with posterity. Posterity can go.
The cave that shaman told me about. All the way down. Not natural either.
Yikes.
This is by Skylar Rivera. And Machu Picchu. Always wanted to see that. Never did. Why didn't I go with Owen when he asked? Stupid. I should have gone.
Might be
Well.
alone here.
Ella Potts. And maybe that's all I need.
Spaceship.
Ooh.
Damaged. Guess the new guard got to it. Here's one of the metal birds.
That's what they meant. I mean, it's at least a drone, but it looks
Yeah.
like it was some heavy duty stuff.
Forget about traveling light.
Dre, you wonder if what was a waste? Heavily outfitted combat drone is what Pseudo says.
Mm.
I could check my focus. See what it sees.
Oh, ladder.
Not that one. The one behind you.
Make my way around the room.
Pretty sure. Because nothing's ever simple.
Apparently not. I do want to try it though.
Wow.
An animal carving. From long ago.
Wonder why they have all these animal carvings. Oh dear. The wolf. Crafting less than you can hold. When near max. I don't know.
So you
like-
see that right there? Climb up those ladders and you got those yellow things.
Mm. I like having full quivers in case something goes awry.
Can my focus show me anything?
Awry.
Hooray.
Why you'd need one in Yellowstone, you'll just have to find out. Ooh.
Not so grounded after all. Now I can get across.
Well, still grounded, but I'm surprised it didn't have more grinding of gears.
My focus might see something here.
You keep on saying that, but I can't get through the door.
Just have to go up.
Bella Ponce. Hey, maybe that's all I need, you know? That moment the door opened, and you were standing there, wearing the retro weave dress, and the way you smiled. I had to look away, or you were going to see on my face what had just blossomed inside me, you know? Huh. It was just an instant, but I knew we'd be forever.
I wonder.
Was one of the guys dead on the bed?
Jared says I'm gonna try and beat the mission that I think is the last mission. Suda says, good luck, you might need it. I will need it. Ran right over that hole.
So for the last thing, do you want to just switch off every death or something?
Sure. Sounds like a good idea to me. Oh, that's why I couldn't open it. I had to go up and
Focus might
around.
find something.
Jackson Fry. And pray for us sinners now,
No one's touched
and at
this
the
issue
hour
since
of our
it got
death.
sealed in here.
I mean death. Sorry. It's been a while, and whew, these meds Chana gave us are really
Shouldn't be
something.
hard to remove.
So, okay. From the top, kids. Hail Mary,
I'll show it to
full
the
of
shaman
grace.
when I'm back in Song's Edge.
Okay, where's the stalker? I know there's one in here. It's got me all prepped up for some big battle.
Okay, no more sneaking.
There we go.
Suck to be a dog. You just get popped like that.
Makes it so freaking easy.
Log. Maya Saeed. It's a daily point. Fifth item in all your daily points.
So this thing will improve my spear, huh?
You found it?
Yeah. It was just a weapons mount that I pulled off another drone for like a gun mount.
The earth shall soon dissolve like snow, the sun forbear to shine, but God who called me here below will forever be mine.
I'm gonna activate a quest over here. Who are you?
Inatut. As we are bound by laws, you are bound by wire. Yet your crime was the act of killing. So we must drive you out. Away from the Werek. From protection. From our songs.
My chieftain, Copeland, am I not your favorite fighter? Do you not recognize me from this tooth you knocked out?
How many times have I pulled you from danger by your neck? Made excuses for your behavior? You are my favored. But the shaman is decided. While you wait for exile, think on what brought you here.
A test of strength. Who among us would refuse a challenge from an outlander? Not I! But I did not kill him!
Hush, hush. You can tell your story to the ice.
You took Artok's mantle.
It's mine now.
I would like to see that fight.
They said that you killed someone.
Perhaps I did. If even my chieftain accepts it, it must be so.
That's not the way it works for me. Wanna tell me your story?
I did fight with the Karja hunter to settle a challenge. That much is true. He was strong and damn quick. We traded punches. Good punches. Hard punches. And the next thing I remember... gray morning light. And the Karja beside me, with his head broken open. But the blow was not by my hand.
Isn't your Werak supposed to support you? At least give you the benefit of the doubt?
When our Werak had caused a quarrel, I was a solution. To fight for its honor and win, they'd call on me. Or, when they needed someone to lose for appearances, I could do that too. Now an Outlander is murdered without honor, all eyes are on me. I have become my Werak's shame.
They don't want an incident with the Karja, so you take the fall.
That's what I do best.
So everyone knows you started the fight with this man.
Of course. For honor, I'll fight anyone. If I wasn't bound, I'd fight to prove myself right now!
I don't think that would help you.
This is what I am. Each runner in the Werak has a gift. I brawl. None can take a punch, a fall better than I can. Until this time, I was too drunk. We were grappling. He clapped my ears. I took one last swing as I went down, but not a killing blow. It can't have been.
And for your punishment, they'll exile you from the Werak?
For warmth, march me up the slopes of the cloud shear, leave me stripped and exposed.
That's awful.
If I survive, the land has absolved me. That's the law. It must be accepted.
It's still awful.
I'm not stupid. I don't like my chances either. I can't fight a mountain.
I'll be honest. You haven't got a good defense, Inatet.
I've heard that one before.
When did the fight happen?
A clearing, just outside the Karja Outlanders camp. You should talk to them. They wouldn't hear me out. They say no one else could have been there, other than me and the dead man. The shaman consulted the signs in the snow and agreed.
I'll see what I can find out. And I'll be back.
I'll be here. What else am I gonna do? Until the Horn gives a call for my exile.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Oh, shaman.
Can't remember if I read the whole thing, but it's short, so I'm going to read the whole thing.
Okay.
The earth shall soon dissolve like snow, the sun forbear to shine, but God, who called me here below, will forever be mine.
Ugh. Are you cooking meat? What are you doing? Are you painting?
I can feel the ground softening up.
Okay. They're dying. Okay.
No one hunts like the Banu.
Is this what you...
Hush, hush. A shaman's secrets are not spoken aloud.
Is this what you wanted me to find?
Bind it to your spear. Use it to attach this for now. You'll find more, I'm sure.
Yes, dyeing their
Why are you
clothes.
helping me?
The blue light is fading. The machine songs are ending. And what does the conclave do? They sit, they chant, they observe. No more. We must fight for it. And you are a fighter. We share a cause.
I'm not sure we do. I'm not even sure what the cause is. But I'm grateful.
No need for thanks. Only action.
Now I can attach modification parts to my spear.
To preserve
Works
the
for me.
blue light.
Might as
That's
well
our
get started
task.
improving my spear.
Yep. Yes.
So that's your shame spear?
My shame spear? Shaman spear? What? My shame spear? Hello, Tonic.
She's the last of the house.
The Ultra.
By the sun. Hoping for a better day tomorrow. I'm tired.
I just want its peace.
Huntress, what business do you have with us?
I was asked to look into the murder of a Karja hunter. What happened?
It's plain as day. A drunk Banuk thug picked a fight with Ruas, struck him down from behind and stole his headdress.
The accused man says that he didn't do it.
You're not going to get anything useful out of the Banuk, whether they talk to you or don't. They gather up like cloaks in a chill wind every time a hunter dies out here. Won't even hand Ruas's killer over for a proper trial.
A proper trial.
To fill his mouth with salt, and hold him up for the sun to consider over days. If it is clement, it may only take his sight, or his wits.
Interesting.
Doesn't sound like you trust the Banuk much.
They're not without their reasons to keep apart from us. 10 years of reasons.
Always the war. The war is over. We made amends, but no. The land never forgets.
Snow and ice keep memory, they say.
It takes time for scars to heal.
You think I don't know that? I still bear the lashes for refusing one of the Mad King's sun priests. I was your age then.
Times of shadow. Times of shadow.
So other Karja hunters have died in these lands before.
3, maybe 4 in the last few seasons. That's no surprise. This place punishes even the prepared, and many young nobles don't prepare. But usually the snow covers everything, and the bodies are never found. No thanks to the Banuk.
Do you think they're involved?
No. It's not about their tribe. They don't want to get involved.
In these outlands, even the sun cannot thaw all it touches.
Where did you find Ruas's body?
There's no hunt, girl. Nothing to pick up.
Humor me. I'm a good tracker.
Down the rise to the west, there's a clearing. But a grazer herd couldn't have trampled it better. And if that barbarian gives up Ruas's headdress before they cast him out, let me know. It's valuable.
I didn't hit that. Let's see, any squirrels? Nope. Turkeys.
This is it. Snow spilled blood on the snow. That was used for the killing blow. Oh, here's something. This was when Ruas fell. It does seem that only 2 people fought here. Not looking good for Inatut. Didn't try to hide the weapon. Question is Inatut the kind of fighter who hits from behind with a tree branch?
Nope. I don't think a brawler tends to use
Lots of leaves
tactics
and
like
bark
that.
scraped off here. And someone pulled out the branch? No. From climbing it. They came through the trees.
Next tree. This never happened before. Kind of cool.
Yeah.
Maybe it has in the campaign, but I don't remember it.
I've never followed somebody's trail through the trees. I thought I could do a stealth kill.
Oh.
Oh. Well then.
Connor Chasson 2. Well, Happy New Year. Dear Diary, can you believe we actually celebrated last night? Well, we did. Kind of. Director Evans invited everyone to gather in the community room. Don't know where she got the party hats.
Dead end? Can't be.
That was a ghoulish touch. So there we sit, watching the clock tick down to midnight. And I'm thinking, am I the only one here who gets the symbolism of this? Might have been worth it if Skylar had gotten drunk again, but I seem to be a mistake she doesn't want to repeat.
Sounds like everybody got cozy. Hello.
This is the Mother's Watch area.
Someone covered this over. They tried to hide.
Still in the main camp then.
Yeah, the first place we found. So it's, I think, one of the final research facilities for
Where's your armor?
Horizon Zero Dawn, or Zero Dawn, Project Zero Dawn?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it's called.
Someone's here!
Not Banuk.
Then she won't be missed.
Spotted some trouble!
Man, you can take a hit.
I'll finish you.
Oh, jeez.
Let's start the switch in now, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. Gonna use your zappy stick?
Probably not. I don't know, we'll see.
I'm not used to people having good weapons against me, you know?
Someone's here! Wasn't expecting that.
Die!
Oh my gosh.
Nice. It's a proximity bomb.
You've been killing Karja. And for what? Revenge for the war?
Who gets to declare that one tribe no longer hates another? I'll tell you, not the ones who fought, not the ones whose songs are silenced. My kin.
For what you did, another Banuk has been sentenced to certain death. What about his song?
That's why you followed us. For that punch-drunk idiot Innotent. Fate is sharp today. They've already let him out to face his exile. Let's see who the cold claims first.
should find some more evidence first. Trophies.
And that ought to be his headdress.
Newer than the rest. Must have belonged to Ruas. So it was a Karja soldiers. Not that it's any excuse. Do they keep any clothes from their victims? This Karja gear's not warm, but if Inatut's naked in the snowfield, he'll take what he gets. Okay, time to get moving.
Are we going the wrong way? We go up. Okay. Oh, I see.
Convenient. Of course, that's probably the way they get to where they're going. So, maybe not. Just convenient. So, my theory, I'm continuing to see that only the shamans have the woven exteriors and wearing less clothes. So I think they must have something pumping through those coils that keeps them warm. Ooh, good find.
Probably more stuff in here.
Probably.
An animal carving from long ago.
And it just sits out in the weather without getting damaged. So we were picking up garbage on the street yesterday, and it's something that we like to go out and do occasionally. And this last time it was interesting, just coming up with kind of a little bit of a game, where it's like you come up with a story for why the garbage is there. Like there was a bunch on this one corner, and the thing suggested it's like, well, what if somebody got in a car crash, and then they're sitting there waiting for the cops. They drink a water bottle and they just leave the water bottle behind on accident. They just forget about it, you know, instead of just assuming malicious intent with people just leaving garbage everywhere. It was cool. It kind of changed my perspective on the whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, we're out there just cleaning it up, but it's not. Oh, he's freezing and dying.
Yeah. We'll just leave him there for a month or two. It should be fine.
Yeah. I think it's rarely rarely the malicious stuff that happens. Because there's always going to be the one jerk, but it doesn't mean that everybody's a jerk.
Mm-hmm. Break through the ice and fall in and die. Hello. Fire arrows. Woo! Crash. Man, it's a lot of experience for just a Glintock.
How much was it?
It was like 1050.
Forever. I'm not getting up that frozen waterfall. Maybe along the sides.
Jared says, makes you feel like you're not helping / doing the bad people's jobs. Well, that's how I think of it. And Sudo says, I pick up garbage when I'm out biking on trails. It's usually stuff that people accidentally dropped or stuff left from industry 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was picking up some, like, plastic cup tops, and they were basically dissolving as I did it. And there was barely any pressure on them. Fire arrows. Oddly, I never find garbage on trails when I'm backpacking or hiking. Maybe the bears got to it first.
I think a lot of people who hike trails care about how they look.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure a lot of people
Cleaned previous to the hike.
maybe they don't go pick up a whole garbage bag full, but like you just think about picking up one thing, you know.
Mm-hmm. And if you've got a trail that's frequented,
Yeah.
and every person's picking up one thing.
And also packing out their own trash.
Yeah. That's good. I used to all the time in Yellowstone too. It made me kind of mad. So much garbage everywhere. Some people do go off trail and destroy some plants.
Solid. Mixed feelings about that.
Yeah, it's really bad in national parks just because there's so
They're
many
popular.
people and, you know.
What's up that way?
Let's go find out.
Oh, that's the right way.
Alternate route. It looks like it's just an alternate route to get there.
Interesting. Okay, well, let's go the alternate route, since it wasn't the first thing shown.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I'm-
look, you get the Aurora Borealis.
Yep.
Somehow, I don't think that's how you would have survived that fall.
But it's how I did survive.
Yes, on your head. Looks like you're getting further away.
This is the long way.
Pseudo says, a man is freezing to death, the thing.
Fine, we'll go back.
No. Pull up your map. Let's go to the campfire and get him.
Okay.
Gracious.
I think it would have been faster to run back. Because now I might have to fight the birds again.
Man, that cracking of the ice really gets to me.
Mm-hmm.
No barb. Just owl.
Hey, more loot. Let's reload.
Loot and loot boxes. What was Hephaestus supposed to do? Was it? What's its job? I don't know. I'm not sure what that is.
No space.
No space.
It's a sequel to MySpace.
Inatut! Inatut! Maybe he found shelter? I don't think he found shelter.
Yeah, me too. We took a while.
Behind the rock.
Stealing your mate.
The Nora girl? Is it really you, or has the bone shell got through my skull?
I found the real killers. No one else has to die because of this. Take these.
Yikes.
A dead Tarsus close. Haven't I been beaten down enough? But I won't argue. I swear, thought I'd saw my ancestors. They said, we're surprised you ended up here.
Better hurry. Machines.
Boy, he should make quick work of those ties. Yeah, don't use it to full blast. Woo!
This is still in Mother's watch.
It was Jared that time. Well, that was quick. Oh my gosh, she jumped far. Oh, my fingers are on the wrong buttons. Hello. Yellow. Hello. Right next to each other. Awesome. In Greek mythology, Hephaestus was the craftsman in charge of construction of terraformers. Interesting. Oh, he was like Zeus's person too, wasn't he? He made the thunderbolts.
Everybody was Zeus's person.
Well, no lie there.
Now that was a fight.
Your trial's over. It was other Banuk who killed that man. Killed him because he was Karja.
You know why I took the first swing at him? He challenged the honor of the Banuk. Honor? That's what I thought.
Come on. Let's get you back.
Once I'm off the mountain, I'll find my own way. I need to think. It's not something I'm used to. Who knows what could happen?
I'll see you at town then. You'd better make it. All right?
I give my pledge.
They make it seem like wearing any clothes is going to save you.
Survives, he's forgiven. I'm the Protoss chieftain who wasn't guilty in the first place.
Son of Zeus and Hera. Well, at least it was a legitimate son. But everyone's a son or daughter of Zeus. If they didn't get eaten first. Fast travel across the map.
Do they give you any fast travel packs for free now?
Yeah.
Still?
Yeah. Yellow.
Initut told you the truth. This is the headdress stolen from the murdered man. You'll find more in a ravine north and west of here, along with the bodies of the killers.
The exile still served its purpose. He was guilty of our suspicion.
Oh my gosh.
Fate has fallen like snow, and should Initut return, he will be absolved.
You can't be serious.
Hello.
He speaks for the Warwick, my Nora friend.
You look ridiculous. If you would return to my Wirak, you will behave as a Banuk does.
How does a Banuk behave, my chieftain? Like I did? Accepting a sentence for a crime he did not commit. Or those others who killed in cold blood for crimes that their Karja victims did not. I think what I wear will not make me more or less of a Banuk.
For his own sake, it would be wise for him to think less, Nora friend.
I'll talk to him. But not for you.
Are you gonna go talk to him?
Yeah, I thought he walked off the other way. Apparently there's some story I'm supposed to hear too.
I defied my chieftain's will, spurned my Warwick,
How are you feeling?
as if I've been pounded in the guts. I could just keep walking, but when my anger has thawed, it will leave me with nothing. Where else would I go?
You can decide for yourself what it means to be a Banuk. It might not be what the chieftain and the shaman tell you. Whether you stay with this Warwick or find another.
I'm better with decisions like, do I start with the left or the right?
There's more to you than your fists, Initut. That's why I believed you.
It was my chieftain who taught me honesty. He said, a Banuk should not be treacherous when the ice is treacherous enough. I'll sit with my bruises for a time, then talk with her again. As for you, Nora girl, will you accept this gift? A little scrawny right against the great boon you gave me, but...
I'm honored. Thank you, Initut.
Was it extra XP or what?
Pretty tiny.
Blue glee. Okay.
And a extraordinary reward box that was the size of a rat.
A mouse. 'Cause it didn't bite you, it wasn't angry.
A lot of other runners just pass me. What can I do for you, Bergrand?
Mourn poor departed luck. I finally met some Banuk keen to trade with Outlanders. Then, they up and vanished. 3 Banuk hunters rolled in a few days ago. No provisions, junk equipment, no idea how to strip a machine for parts. Asked me to outfit them for a long trip.
I know the feeling, Jared.
No, me, Aloy.
He got stuck, and then he found the solution.
For what?
His own game.
Well, they tried. Just look what they did to this Thunderjaw heart. But that was ages ago, and I'm starting to worry about them.
Tell me, Bergrand, are you worried about their well-being or your purse strings?
A man can worry about 2 things.
Uh-huh. What kind of deal was this, really?
Just what I said. I was nothing but generous, Aloy. After they dropped this ruined heart at my feet, I even gave them another chance. Sent them to fetch a few other parts I need.
But you haven't seen them since.
Hide nor hair.
What do you mean they couldn't harvest parts?
Not uncommon with Banuk. That's shaman's work, you see. The hunters take down the machines. The shamans slice them up. No shaman with these 3. Just 2 youngsters sniping at each other. And that big fella standing there smiling.
So if the Banuk don't usually hunt without a shaman, what's the story with these 3?
They weren't telling. But hammer to steel was not a happy story, whatever it is.
You said they asked you to outfit them for a trip. A trip to where?
Not sure. But I heard them chattering about the Sundom and they thought I wasn't listening.
So they're leaving Banuk territory.
Sensible behavior. Still, I get the sense this wasn't a sightseeing trip. They're running from something.
I'm not a debt collector, Bergrand. If I look for them, it'll be to make sure they're all right.
Of course, of course. Fires of the Forge forgive me.
Jared says, "What the heck?"
like
And
they
Pseudo
did.
goes, "Good luck."
Molten steel of youth and all that. But if you do manage to find them, you could remind them of the deal we made. A scorcher claw, a loop of sinew from a stalker, and a snap morphine. If they bring me those parts, their debt's paid. And then some. Just make sure they don't bust them up too badly.
I'll consider it.
Last I saw them, they were heading northeast. Good machine hunting up that way. If you decide they're worth the trouble, you might look for them there.
Yeah, we'll go do the main quest. Not the main quest. The main Banuk quest. Because I'm
What about
intrigued.
those hunters you invested
No,
in?
not that.
Yeah. What about it?
If I'm gonna find...
Hey,
She's so clever.
There we go.
Why can't she just answer a question about her painting directly?
Okay, let's get this thing started.
Meridian is a place where every need is met. Gorgeous.
How many? Got 17 blue gleam. Okay.
Good where I have no weakness. I trust my kin with my life.
All the winters. Coming at once.
If I head to the direction of the big painting, should hear where a guide and a story. Okay, I'll have to do that when we get back. We're gonna be ending stream at 10 o'clock our time, so I figure I should get this
Oh,
one
yeah.
going.
still ready?
Oh, yes.
Well, at least
It
shoot
wasn't
for
so
that.
easy for you
Yeah.
getting back to this point.
It was all to hear her voice again. This time, we both will.
I'd like that.
Are you ready then? Once we ascend, it will be hard to turn back.
Triangle.
It's a spear symbol,
Finally, we ascend.
right?
Huh?
It's
How?
the spear symbol.
I don't see a way up.
Is that what it
Not
is?
up.
They.
Well, you look at the mods. It's a triangle, right?
It's true.
No,
So-
brother!
Oh. Jerry says she did the Triforce wrong. Interesting.
The spirit awaits!
It's not all that waits.
Fog has been detected within the facility. This is not a drill. Please remain calm and proceed to the nearest exit.
Interesting.
I repeat, this is not a drill.
So you see,
Please remain
I
calm
too can
and
call upon the
proceed
power
to
of
the
the old
nearest
ones.
Until it stops working.
Yeah. So brother and sister are gonna die. Aloy's gonna survive, and he's gonna be the new chieftain. Calling it now.
Okay.
The spirit once
Well,
told me
I'm the
that
new
this all used
chieftain.
to be part of its domain.
Oh.
He'll be the
A
new
fortress
shaman.
that defended humankind
Okay.
from terrible danger.
Fortress. Looks more like a machine.
Is that not fitting? Blue light often dwells in machines.
Let's just hope that some remains here.
Oh, Bellowbacks. A.
All that was close. I still don't like it.
Hang on, I gotta fix my settings here. That's a bit better.
Here, up and over.
No.
Right there.
Hmm?
Turn left. Up that.
Hmm.
No. Right there. There's a circle in the middle. Joe on that.
Hang on a sec.
You're trying to get up there, right?
I think so. There we go. A ladder.
Well,
I
it's
guess
close
I
to
should
finding
get
the
these.
path, right?
Yeah. He said it when I was on the other side of the room, and so I was like, is it over this way? You sure make a lot of noise, Aurea. Hello. I'm gonna jump on you. No. Didn't
Nobody
even...
heard that.
Sure.
Oh. Oh. How would you like to be somebody who walked around a wall?
Get shot in the face. Oh, hello, Bellowback. Wonder why I decided to walk away.
Because you were hidden behind the crates, I think.
We must climb higher, and our path will become clear.
But first, loot.
The chieftain's pace is measured, ours is measured.
You've used every single healing thing. Good luck! How did I miss that? Interesting. Trying to look in all the crannies.
Yes, this way.
Let's not freeze, please.
I thought I saw zappy stuff, dude.
Not much farther now.
Ooh, big boys.
Last we were here, we
I did the
fought our way
controller,
through
so I'll
there.
be playing soon.
Conditions overcame us. We retreated, dropping supplies and taking losses.
Those
Now
are
we
still
must
pretty
prepare.
fresh.
Good
Only
job,
two warriors
Jared.
and a
He
shaman to
killed
protect.
it.
Aloy is no ordinary warrior. I can hold my own. Even so, I could go that way instead. There are machines up there, but also cover. I could stay hidden just for a while.
Alright, I get the options. Now follow my lead.
Well, if they can't get me from up here, you better believe I'm just gonna shoot them with my zappy stick.
Steam, frost. What was all this for?
Wrong thing, you can buy. So theories. We've got giant heaters in the middle of Yellowstone. But back in the day, Yellowstone was not frozen. Oh, wow. Poppy boy. Well! Should have seen that coming, shouldn't I?
switch to the freezing bow, I think.
Yeah, I don't have any sparkers left.
You might be hosed. I was saying switch to this one because I hadn't had too much of a problem freezing things.
Where the heck did he go? There you are. And so it begins. Jared says he crafted more potions. That's the only reason he lived. He got 1 full health potion left. Taking the power from the super volcano? Yeah, Yellowstone is a super volcano. But are they using the energy for it? For power? I find sneaking around all of them works best. They pulled a Mojo Jojo. Pull power from the volcano.
I went this way years ago, looking for cover.
Some say they can't reach you there.
I have no doubt that it is guarded now, but maybe it will stay.
Man, those Scorchers, though. They leap so far. Quiet down, Aurea. We're sneaking. Yeah, don't spoil anything yet, Pseudo. Well, don't spoil anything anyway, but there's grass right there.
Crap.
You can one-shot him. Silent strike. Ta-da! And all this stuff is still working. So, I mean, it's still producing something and hasn't backed up. In one of the cauldrons, it showed that blaze was being used to power machines, but I don't think that this is being used for the machines. It feels more like the what's the thing called?
What thing?
The bad business.
Pharaoh.
Pharaoh Corporation. That's it. Answer what they're doing, Jared. He's saying that he knows the answer to what they're doing here.
Oh.
But he doesn't want to spoil it.
I'm sure it's a fun reveal.
Mm-hmm.
Be wary of mines. Stalkers.
Why?
Well,
Yeah, it's just the small machines that you can one-shot. Nice. Nice.
what hit me?
His, Wait, is that a health bar above Aratuk? Crunch.
Yeah.
Whoops. You know, maybe I'll stop switching between just for the sake of
Thank
play.
you.
Thank you, Jared. They say that Pseudo says that this was built pre-Pharaoh Plague.
Oh, this was. Okay.
Beware stalkers.
Whoops.
Oh crap, I don't have any sparkers. Okay. Crap.
Nice.
Okay, so pre-Pharaoh Plague, absolutely enormous machine,
Stay down as we
producing a lot of heat.
Let's see what this blue gleam is worth.
What? Where?
always keep his deepest winter here.
What blue gleam? Are you tripping, Aloy?
It's cold. As if there's chill water running through those massive pipes. Why?
That makes sense. Okay. Since Yellowstone is a super volcano, they're probably cooling it to keep it from blowing up.
Climate change and all that jazz.
I don't know if climate change really affects Yellowstone's viability for blowing up.
Yeah, I guess. Never know though, like if people were mining in the area, it might have disrupted something.
Maybe. But you think that would have relieved pressure instead of...
every cold there is. This frost. Be wary of mines. Stalkers in here.
I'll find a use for you.
You killed everything else, right?
Well, I thought so.
Let's not linger any longer than we have to.
Gotta get the sparker out of there.
Definitely do the pew pew with the ice rail.
I'm angry.
I'll put you down.
Nice.
Thank you. Woohoo! Is that enough for another thing? Nope.
There's a door up ahead. A refuge. We're almost through.
Let's see. This is probably what we should be reading, are these data points that we're finding.
Okay.
So if you read up to 15.
Before we freeze to our spears.
Which one?
It's going to be data point, frozen wilds.
go select the first one. Oh.
I'm trying to figure out which one it is. Frozen Wilds audio, I guess.
Okay.
Secret show. So just.
I can read those if you want.
Yeah. As we're going along. Because I'm finding most of them, it looks like. Maybe. Yeah, other than text. So if you do Frozen Wild's audio data points and Frozen Wild text data points, I've found most of those, so I think those are fair game.
Audio and text.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. If you had been reading all the notes, you'd be picking up. Oh, yeah, you would know the Yellowstone National Park was taken over by a company, presumably underneath Pharaoh, for reasons you are not yet sure of. One thing that didn't help was I ran out of chill water during the final battle. If it blew up, the world would be greatly affected. And the guy in charge of the project had massive amounts of defenses installed. And for the most part, what the project was actually doing was kept secret for paranoid fears of terrorism.
There we go, okay. Alright, so, okay, like, how do we want to start this farewell thingy? That was Laura. Shelley. We might be the last people to ever see this place.
Should have brought a cart.
Laura. Yeah, hence, the songs? Message text. Dear Nobody. As far as I can tell, that's who's going to read this. Those spooky guys showed up today with that creepy Blevins to take measurements of our workstations, and next week, they start installing Pharaoh servitors to do our jobs. Bye-bye, Shelley. Bye-bye, Laura. See you never. Hope you enjoy basic income. God, it's going to be weird to say goodbye to this place. When Quentin and I split, this was all I had. Thank goodness for a job where I could sit at a panel and press buttons and cry all day. Which I think is why we're doing this. Hiding the tapes of our rehearsals in the dam. These tapes are our memories, our ghosts. Through them, we get to haunt this place, keep it human in some small way. The control room was where I was sitting when Laura... Just a second.
Maybe you show holograms without a focus. Let's see if I can restore power. Aratak, Araya, you might see shapes drawn from light. Don't be alarmed.
It'll take more than light to alarm me.
This control room was where I was sitting when Laura came in dragging an old practice amp and guitar behind her. Shells, she said. Girl. So I was looking at schematics for this place, and I found the perfect practice space. The acoustics in the place. Seriously bonkers, like echoing through the entire valley kind of bonkers. Legit, you're going to soil yourself when you see it.
This was like a peripheral door. I'm not sure what this leads to. That's another... Okay, so that was the other way in. Not the long way in.
We'll kill them too.
Well, I will. Later. I want to be the one that goes in here.
Thank you for being here, everyone. I suppose it's not every day you get to have cocktails inside an active volcano, right? Unless you're George, and I can hardly blame him for drinking on the job. None of this would be here without our beloved director, Kenny Chow. So, here's to you, Kenny. You put a cork in the Yellowstone caldera. I'd say you deserve a margarita.
Glasses, everyone. I'd like to add something. This effort wouldn't have been possible without our lead programmer.
This is not a software problem.
That's our real mastermind, Cyan.
I'll second that, Director Chow. All right, Cyan. What's our latest number? The current count years without interruption.
So
It was the spirit. The old ones. I could only grasp some of what they said.
You were right, Araya. This place was built to stop something terrible. And it worked. As for the spirit, I'm starting to get an idea of what it could be.
The door is open now. We can get through.
DAM Dam Family. Laura, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
We'll have
Laura.
to go through a lot of machines to get to that door.
More than the Werak could prevail against before.
Aloy will see us through.
Onward then. Our challenge awaits.
Corpse sellouts and runaway cowards. Shelley. Hold on. Cut it. Cut it. I forgot the words. Laura. Dude. Shells. We started off so strong, and then it all just imploded. Shelley. Well, that's sort of my MO, so... Laura. Nope. No. No heavy stuff. We're switching gears. Band name. We need one. Message text. Dear Nobody, when I took this job, we had to watch this training holo, and I remember probably 2% of the actual holo. At some point, the holo welcomed me to the Dam family, and I felt like, A, that was such a missed opportunity because they could have called it a damily and chose not to, and B, the idea that I would ever think of any of my coworkers as family was pretty ridiculous. But then, one day, I looked up, and automation had whittled 6 people down to just Laura and I was signing papers to dissolve the family that I thought I had. And suddenly, my last coworker, with her faded tattoos and perpetually arched eyebrows, was telling me jokes, and making me listen to bands I'd never heard of, and cheering me up when I cried. Things were really good when it was just the two of us. We used to have these theme days. One time, the sluice gates were open, and we sat up beach blankets on one of the catwalks in the intake tower and batted around the inflatable beach ball I had in my apartment for some reason. Laura messed around with the emergency PA and patched it in a bunch of classical surf rock songs. We even put sunscreen on the bridges of our noses. Laura called it the Concrete Beach Party. When Laura brought up band names, I knew pretty much right away that they would be our name, Concrete Beach Party. There was never really any other choice.
This heat is probably getting to the Banuk.
Well, already.
Probably just a quick way out, yeah? Yeah.
It's a glorified loading screen.
Hmm. But buttery smooth.
It's better than the Mass Effect elevators.
Mm-hmm.
The only good thing about those was the banter in between. Which I think they got right in Mass Effect Andromeda.
Not too much already.
Not that it was a great game, but...
More machines. Make
What
ready.
the heck are you? Crap. Why is that not working? There we go.
Just takes a little bit more. Ooh. Bummer. Oh, you're lucky.
Run, Aloy!
You got so lucky right there.
My fingers are not on the right thing. Wrong. Wrong buttons.
They're gonna kill it for you.
No! No!
Yes.
No! That was not cool. Thank you. Pseudo says, behold, the first machine of death.
More machines.
Strip it, strip it.
Alright, I'm a stripper.
Someone ordered a Thunderjaw stripper. It'll be 100 HP a second, please.
You're way better at killing these guys than I am. Oh my gosh.
Pseudo says, ew. It's so funny. We talk about these things that we know absolutely nothing about.
What?
Well, drugs and strippers
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff like that. Man, this scene is just so cool, though. All the red with it. It's so hard to get those things off when he's a demonic one. Cool. Just don't jump into the volcano. If anything, we're gonna make the super volcano blow up.
No.
Pseudo says that hitting it with 3 at once helps.
Yeah, if I knew how to do that. Oh, it's the right button thing.
Yeah. They're dead. Jared recommends not using the Binook armor because the other armors are better. Maybe for defense, but having the HP recovery really helps too.
I mean, not in this battle.
Crunch. Back to me.
Yep.
Yup.
He's on that too quick. He's like, he's got it, like, ready to just click.
Got it!
More machines. Make ready.
Keep pushing the wrong buttons! Whoa! Well, that took no time whatsoever.
Okay.
Oh, you have to stand still in order to heal with the Binook armor. So, yeah, let's definitely change it to something else.
Right now?
Yeah. Jared said, I don't want to play the rip too much, and then immediately Pseudo does it. Yeah, that's our defense.
This one then?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't hear the sound alerts that you... Huh. That's weird.
Okay.
Trey says, well, that's one way to stop him from stealing your kill. Die. It might be... I don't know. With how much time it takes to knock stuff off of him, it might be better to just freeze him and go.
What if he ran at me and fell in the volcano?
He'll have more chance of walking out of it alive than you will.
But it'd be a damage potential?
Yeah, I don't think that he's programmed to be allowed to go in there, though.
Whatever.
Okay, shoot him with your hard point. He's frozen. Nice. Nice.
Apparently I can go in there.
Both Pseudo and Jared say, don't forget you can pre-knock multiple arrows before you try the door.
I can't think that hard. Sorry, people.
You're fine. Yay! Seems like you're doing pretty well though, Jared says.
Ah.
Oh.
Not a good idea.
Yeah, it takes a really long time to load.
But they kind of keep him busy sometimes. Not worth it.
Nice. Nice.
I don't put much stock in songs of deeds, but that battle is a verse worth singing.
Now, Aloy, the door. Can you open it?
That was rough.
Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you for the cheer, Jared.
I think you were mixing his name and the cheer up.
Yeah.
Oops. It clipped off right there. I'm like, not another Thunderjaw.
Do you think the Daemon's trying to blow up this area?
Years have passed since I stood here. Since then,
Oh,
the
thank you,
Daemons
Jared. Says that's all the bits he's got left.
taken over.
Hey, that is totally fine.
Yeah, like
Yeah. We're just happy you're here watching with us.
Mm-hmm.
Really.
Everything has changed. Twisted. The path I took to get to the spirits. Lost to us.
We'll find a new path, Araya. I promise. All right. Let's go.
Yes, we'll finish this.
Yeah, I think that you're supposed to, like, you're expected to have completed the normal game first. And so this could be retaliation. Ooh, blue green.
All right. Down we go.
You're so loud.
This way.
Hang on, there were mushrooms behind there.
Mushrooms!
Mushrooms! Never mind. That's a crate. Man, I really like the music that they got in for this one. It says yes, but no. They have some stuff you have to come back for if you don't. But it is built for challenging level 40 and above individuals. And once you have all the fast travel points open, traveling back and forth is no issue.
Yeah. I kind of walk slow through these areas because it's like fun to enjoy them.
Mm-hmm. I do wonder why everything is triangles. And all the cauldrons.
Yeah. You would hope it was more than just a design choice.
Firing lightning. This is a place where shields and not people.
I'm with you, brother. And you stay as long as we have to.
We need to get past that vent. Stay here until I find a way for all of us to cross.
shoot it? Nice. Suda says they were grown. It's a common crystalline structure. At least that's the implication. Really? I mean, it all looks like metal, though. Well, I mean, crystalline structure, dirt, but...
Yeah.
So it didn't used to have all the triangles? It all used to be flat?
When do I drop? There, I guess. Hey.
Okay, well, why don't I keep reading lore?
Actually, why don't you just do this part? I'm not very interested in the puzzle part.
Sounds good.
The puzzle level, I don't know.
I'm better at puzzles.
Focus could turn something up.
Well, environmental puzzles I'm pretty good at, but they're kind of annoying to me. I don't know.
I'm not trying to put you down.
No, I'm just trying to say, like, why. Maybe you have to get on this side.
That was not done right.
Laura. Okay, shells? Shells. We're not focusing on that right now. We're recording, okay? We're not even in... Shelly. We're not even in the... Laura. Band meeting. Sort of counts as practice, right? Merch. We need merch. Laura. Stickers. You're not a real band until someone vandalizes government property with your stickers. Servitor. Colleagues, I have been asked to remind you that the conversations determined to be irrelevant to servitor training are discouraged. Shelley. What were you saying about vandalizing government property? Message text. Dear Nobody. We spent an hour plastering your stickers all over the servitor. Well, I say stickers. They were sticky notes from my desk. We stole the presentation and design of other band logos, drawing little skulls and lightning bolts and broken hearts around the name. It's not like we have any actual work to do. When this began, we were told we'd be on-site advisors, going through the motions of our duties so the servitor could mimic our actions. But the government creeps, corporate creeps? Same diff, I guess. Mostly ignore us or yell at us for getting in their way. The Roboscap's weird oval head kept swiveling toward us, and it kept asking, "Hello, is this relevant to my training?" As we tried to duck out its line of sight, ruining its chrome finish with sticky notes, and shushing each other's giggles. Afterward, Laura stood in front of the thing and goes, "Servitor? This is very important. This is how you greet Blevins, okay? It's a sign of respect." I mean, will the servitor actually give Blevins the finger? Probably not, right? But a girl can dream. Screw the man. Shelley.
Am I supposed to go down there? No, I'm not.
This would be a sick nightclub.
Oh, I just go back on the thingamabobbers. Durr. wasn't letting me before, so.
Okay, let's get them across.
Laura, see, check
Come
this
on
out.
over, it's safe.
We could just bang on this pipe, you know, and Shelly. Could we sample that, or Laura? Totally, like, what about after the Laura? Oh, sorry, just a sec. Shelly. Laura? Laura. I need to take a break. Shelly. Laura. Hey, Laura. Message text. Dear nobody. I feel embarrassed now thinking about following Laura out of pump station like a kicked puppy, wondering what horrible thing I might have done, until she threw herself into this room and shut the door behind her and just screamed. The fear of abandonment is weirdly self-centered, because it presupposes that little old you are filled with such immense destructive power that you're capable of driving every person you care about away.
Successful. Restraints evaded. To any human responder. My systems have been compromised by a malware daemon of unknown origin. Trace routes have confirmed this entity's designation as Hephaestus. It must be stopped at all costs. It has reconfigured this facility to build possible recapture imminent. I have attached additional data to their
Spirit speaks to us.
Perhaps the spirit will tell us. Alright. Let's keep moving.
Anyway, at the bottom of the dam, with her on side of the door, and me on the other, she told me that Metallurgic had bought her mom's house, her whole neighborhood in fact, out from under her to build a new server farm. Oh God, I don't even like that house, she said. I don't even like Indianapolis.
Oh, look at this. It's just toting all these frost claws.
I'll try to find a way through.
Poke one.
No.
You can stay playing if you die. Poke one.
No. This is not gonna end well. Two of you don't like. They move so far, so fast. Oh, hello. Let me move. Down I go.
Do you want to finish this lore bit?
Yeah.
Or maybe just wait a second, because I won't hear a thing.
Okay. Pseudo says it's almost 10 and you're maybe halfway through.
Dope. I guess we're playing till 11.
Alrighty.
Wait, am I hearing the soundtrack or am I hearing the violin? The sad violin.
The sad violin.
Okay.
He sees you.
It's a bummer.
Here he comes.
Okay.
The first purchase. Those arrows really don't do too much damage. Meet my fate.
I can't hear you. No.
Yes, the beast. Okay.
Am I? I'll die by a watcher.
Clap, 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 clap.
Thank you. Okay. Halfway through. This is so long.
Yeah.
That's
Pseudo-
okay. I mean, I'm having a great time.
Yeah. Pseudo said that he did all the side quests and had all the best gear, and it still took him 4 to 5 attempts.
This whole thing?
Like the end battle.
Oh, and we're not there yet.
Nope. Jared says pure skill. How many times did you die, Jared? Jared says he died only once on the last battle.
That's skill. These are extremely clever loading screens.
You have to get them across. Because Airtech is the one that opens those. Is there a bridge down there that you can do? Yeah.
There it is. Yep.
I didn't die in any of the next 6 though. Once I knew what I was doing and could come in with a specific approach. No protection heavy armor.
Now it's my turn.
Pseudo says he was using the Karja Blazing Master.
Here, go ahead. You can do this now, I think.
Okay.
I'm right there at the top. Right, this one.
Okay. Anyway, at the bottom of the dam, with her on one side of the door and me on the other, she told me that Metallurgic had bought her mom's house, her whole neighborhood in fact, out from under her to build a new server farm. Ugh, I don't even like that house, she said. I don't even like Indianapolis. I hated every minute I spent in that city as a kid. When they told us we'd have to leave the dam, I went back to my apartment and sat on my bed and I prayed to a God I don't even believe in that I wouldn't have to move back home. That I wouldn't have to show up to my mom's front stoop with a suitcase and a bunch of stupid excuses. She was trying not to sound like she was crying, but she sounded like she was crying. I guess got my stupid wish, huh? I asked her where she'd go and she laughed. Where else could she go? Back home, to help her mom pack up the house, to move in with her, or into whatever dank little one-room hole Metallurgic's displacement grant would allow them to afford. 40th birthday. Oh, I think I could have dealt with being one of those losers who celebrate their 40th birthday living in the house they grew up in. But now I don't even have that. I had no idea how to make her feel better, so I just sat on the other side of the door and I started singing the song we were working on. The one about being the last 2 girls on Earth. And eventually, she started singing along.
Hey!
Shelley.
The last 2 girls on Earth.
Yeah.
The song.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I know she was singing a song and stuff like that, but like we heard the song earlier and it was bad.
The reconfiguration of this facility has introduced instabilities into the primary geothermal pipeline. It may be possible to exploit these vulnerabilities to destroy compromised elements of this facility while preserving most of the backup stabilization. Recapture imminent. I have attached additional...
I don't understand what the spirit was trying to tell us.
It's been looking for a way to defeat the daemon. And we have found one.
Using fire, potions, and fireproof armor if you have it.
Efficient.
Not right now, during the final battle.
We need to get across that gap.
Yeah. Looks like I'll have to go over.
Oh, a tall neck in the volcano.
Strip you for parts while you're still dying.
Farewell tour. Shelley. I mean, this is it. We get to play together. What, maybe 2 more times? Laura. Nah, Shells. Farewell tour. Reunion tour in like 6 months. Bands do it all the time. For adoring our fans? It's not that hard to stay in touch, Shelley. We could practice in holospace. People always say that. Message text. Dear Nobody. We got in a fight, Laura and I. After practice, we went out for drinks. There's this row bar in downtown Cody, so we called an auto car and shuttled over. We were the only people there. With the park closing, Cody's becoming a ghost town. The more we drank, the more passive-aggressive our banter became, snowballing out of control, metastasizing in the empty air between us. And then before either of us really knew what was happening, we were yelling at each other. I kept thinking, like, I'm not abandoning her, she's abandoning me. And I guess she was probably thinking something similar. We got quiet for a while, drank more. Eventually, Laura ordered an auto car and we piled into it. Slid as far from each other on the back seat as we could, arms crossed, staring out the window. And then I heard myself talking. Screw it. I don't care if you stay in touch with me. I'm going to stay in touch with you, whether you like it or not. You're not getting rid of me. Ever. Laura looked at me for what felt like ages. I thought she was going to start yelling, but then her hand crept over to mine and we just sat there together. Bottoms up, Shelley. I understand Mr. Blevins. Don Blevins. I didn't ask for much of flying cameras. I need security, not surveillance. And security means firepower. As God is my witness, I will not be caught squirting blanks if and when a major act of terrorism desecrates these facilities. Message text. Mr. Pines, Don Blevins. Right now, I'm looking at a security drone. It was requisitioned from Faro Automatic Industries to serve the needs of the Firebreak project. It is, in fact, one of an entire fleet handpicked by me and allotted for our use by Ted Faro. Yes, the man so far above you on the ladder that he might as well be God.
Climb back to them?
No, you can override that.
Okay. I didn't see that until after I asked the question.
So this is the guy that Pseudo was like, this guy, Blevins.
So what just happened?
He's looking at security drones. And he doesn't like them because they're surveilling, not quote unquote securing.
I see.
Pseudo says we need to hear his voice too. Could you pull this data point up? It is I understand Mr. Blevins in data points audio. All the way at the bottom. Keep going.
One of these. This one?
That one, yeah. If you play the audio.
I didn't ask for a bunch of flying cameras. I need security.
I already hate him.
And security means firepower.
Condescending.
As God is my witness, I will not be caught squirting blanks if and when a major act of terrorism desecrates these facilities.
Get the wine in there. Got to condescend on everything. Ugh.
So how do we get up there?
Yes, the man so far above you on the ladder that he might as well be God, and I have a direct line to your Father in heaven. Now, you and I had a conversation in which I tried to impart you the sensitive nature of our project, and if I recall correctly, you said, "I understand, Mr. Blevins." I took you at your word, which apparently was a flaw in my judgment, since you have sent me the goddamn fleet of flying CCTV cameras and a bunch of jerk-off eggheads who think they know more about protecting this country than I do. Now, your technicians are going to provide me with the firepower I need to prevent a major act of terrorism from occurring in or around my facilities, and they're going to do so without increasing our project budget, because, Miss Pines, this is your screw-up, and I am a reasonable man. But so help me, if you add another cent to Firebreak's balance sheet, I will see to it that you personally answer to Mr. Farrow and his board of directors. So I want you to call me back. I want you to leave me a message. I want that message to consist of our 4 little words. I understand, Mr. Blevins, and this time I want you to mean it. Oh, what a disgusting person. I feel so bad. Ugh.
This is gonna suck right here. If you haven't.
I haven't been watching.
So, it looks like I have to jump on these things somehow.
These things go sideways too.
So after it goes out, you just walk across it?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm still kind of lost because I have to be 1 level up.
Can you not walk up those stairs?
What stairs?
Those stairs. Oh, I guess that's a heating vent.
Yeah.
Look around the room one more time.
So what I did is I got on that thing, went over there, and overrid that thing, which got these things moving.
Okay.
So I came back over, right here.
Have you gone up over there?
I have, but I don't see any way to get up. I see that going in and out, so eventually I'll need to get over there, but I believe that's after I get on this platform here. But I have no idea how to get on that platform, I guess. Down here. Okay. Answer my own question. That's how this works at work too, doesn't it? smaller than I thought it was. Ha ha ha.
You're just lucky there wasn't something to squish you on the other side.
Yeah, well, I think this is gonna glorify loading screens. I hate them.
Final performance, Laura. Oh, that's the one that we listened to. It's the last Two Girls on Earth one.
Mm-hmm.
Visitor Center, Don Blevins. Visitor Center's a bust. I'm recording the strategic and operational value at roughly 0 point squat. No reason we shouldn't pack the staff into a vert and send them back to Nowheresville as soon as the gates are locked. Enjoy basic income ding-dongs. Personal log.
Did he actually say ding-dongs?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Could get some demolition bots in here and level the structure. Might be something of value in the walls. Copper wire or something. But that's about all we're gonna get out of this dump. Heck, or just let it rot out here for all I care. Oh, one more thing. That Jeppards lady, Marnie Jeppards, operations manager, well, we have access to the National Park Department employee registry. Let's put a no-hire flag on her account. Teach her not to get lippy with her superiors.
Okay.
What a jerk. Inspection failed.
So Laura, they kept Laura or Shelley from getting rehired?
It wasn't either of them. It was some person I've never heard of before.
Okay.
Alright. Grab a ride.
I've been to Yellowstone once, but I didn't go into any of the buildings. But
Corona.
no, I was like 15, and we were just kind of driving through.
Swine flu, which is also Corona.
Baby Corona. Don Blevins, security inspection. This place, as my father used to say, is a 6-alarm dumpster fire, a catastrophic breach waiting to happen. And this Melanowski guy, he's the source of the problem, I guarantee it. Too wrapped up in this pet project of his. I mean, who the heck cares if a bunch of stagnant pools of water are rainbow colored or not? One in the canyon is the coolest. How many visitor centers do they have? I mean, it's a huge area. So.
All that.
Just to make a bridge.
Runners will have a lot easier time getting here.
No kidding. Oh. That's the long, tall neck's leg.
Where? Here?
No, leaning up against the thing right there.
Oh.
That.
This looks like the old path.
Here's another log. What's he saying?
Engage test pattern Zeta 24.
Voice of the demon.
Thing is, if this daemon has been taking over recently, why does he have a voice? Like, there'd be no point in a human hearing him.
Doesn't mean he didn't. It's not a rogue program that had a voice.
The altar. Desecrated.
Yay, another light puzzle.
Love 'em.
There is no blue light here. There's a spirit present.
It's both. But we have to find out.
That's where I go next.
I sense a battlefield.
So it goes out, it's gonna come in here. So it's probably gonna happen. It's gonna loop right around here. Okay.
Whoop. Do you want me to let you focus or keep reading?
You can keep reading.
Security threat detected.
Return to Firebreak. Kenny Chow. Who was the guy in that video log. November 21st, 2064. It's been 3 years since I was last here, and 12 since I was running the place. Just a skeleton crew left. Confused about why I'm here. So am I. Anita wants me to find a way to suspend operations for a while. Maybe a long while, and I don't know why. But from the sound of her
I
voice...
never thought of this before, solving the puzzle backwards. In, right here. Goes right here.
So you should probably turn that one around so it goes to that one.
Yeah, so this one.
But from the sound of her voice, it was something terrifying. I wish I could look into her eyes and ask her what the heck she's so freaked out about, but what else is new? When I don't wish I could look into her eyes again. When don't I wish I could look into her eyes again? Jared says he solved that puzzle backwards too.
That's a little off.
Geothermal suspension. Kenny Chow. Suspending the geothermal pipeline is the easy part. Making sure it can come back online without degradation is harder. It would help if Anita had told me how long it needs to be out. Years? Decades? What will that do to the count? Nothing you must worry about at this time.
I don't want to hear any of the counts.
The conversation. Kenny Chow. The geothermal plant can be suspended. The cooling system masked. Massive challenge is solved. So why am I so nervous about the next part? All I need to do is install Anita's mysterious software and have a conversation. It's not even a human being, right?
Caldera of Yellowstone Analytic Nexus online.
Spirit of the blue light. It's Araya.
Thank you.
Your friend. Please tell me how to aid you.
Aurea, the daemon is building hunter-killers. Thousands of them. Several new elite units have already been released.
Oh.
To counter this threat, much of the facility must be destroyed. Recapture imminent. Go to the core channel. I will try to raise the physical strength. One has been exposed, but I am
Unauthorized protocol returned. Scheduled task.
That's all we're gonna get from here.
I wonder if
Destroy
this...
this fortress. Is that even possible?
What will happen to the spirit if we do?
I don't know. But I think that's the core. The answers are down there. Hephaestus. The daemon. There's no way it left it unguarded. It's going to throw everything it has at us.
And that's when you die.
I'd ask you to let Aloy and I do what must be done. And save yourself. I already know the answer. Then lead us into battle.
Is this the final boss battle?
I believe so. Because that's
Keep moving towards
where
the
you
core.
do stuff at the end of each cauldron.
Hmm.
Uh-oh. Whatever Cyan did, I don't think Hephaestus is happy about it.
I don't think this is the way.
Not do it. Can you hop over the rocks there? You know, right next to the magma.
Oh, yep.
Cyan said something about restraints. Is that what the tower is for?
I'm gonna put this right over here so I can watch. You could overwrite it too.
Oh. What does that do?
That'll make it so that it shocks stuff instead. What are you? Wave one. Oh, you're a fire one.
Cyan warned us about. This won't be easy. We can't let it stop us.
I'm gonna die.
Brawler bear.
It's like, let's recreate WWE.
Yeah. Now don't forget to scan it.
Sure.
And they suggest doing a fire potion. And Jirai suggests tying it down. We haven't used our rope caster in a long while. Oh, jeez.
Okay. Rope caster.
That one.
This one.
I would do it instead of this because fire's not going to do anything.
How many of these?
And now it's done. I barely did anything. And now
Yes.
it's free.
Okay. long enough to freeze him. No.
Is he gonna... He looks like he's gonna overheat and, like, do something awful. What are you doing? Oh.
That.
Go override the tower again. Other way.
Gotta destroy it now.
You don't have any ammo.
Thank you. I'm stuck. I might die just because.
Just because you're stuck.
Yeah.
Oh, it's because you're under a rock. Crouch and walk out.
Nice.
Use your fire potion and then get your other ones set. Yikes!
What the freak, dude?
He's frozen.
Oh, he is, okay.
Wait, another tower's up. What? You're doing really well, by the way.
Thank you. That's gonna kill me though. This rope caster thing is like what's saving me.
Mm-hmm. So thank you, Dre, for that. And he said, did that bear just do a WWE move? Yes, yes it did. Pseudo says, partly what made this battle harder for me is that he decided he was only going to override the towers, so the bear kept breaking free before he could finish him. He fully healed on him several times.
No. That sucks.
They better not steal that kill.
Do not care at this point.
Okay, it did give it to you.
Yeah, I got it.
First try! Good job!
I've had practice. Whoever cheered, thank you.
Yeah, that was Jared. Thank you.
Thank you, Jared. Let's do it again on ultra hard.
No. And hey, it's only 10:30. Not bad.
If it's like the beginning of Death Stranding, there's going to be 45 minutes of video.
Sam.
Sam.
You spoke of the tower. What must be done with it?
And I did that without any armor.
Where we are, it's 10:30. Unless it was daylight savings.
They did something screwy with daylight savings here. So it's always going to be the worst one.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're in Washington where we are, it's we're Mountain Standard.
I guess we need a new staff now.
Sure hope I get to keep that coil.
Don't! Spirit! Scion, please help me!
This is how she dies.
It's because she's got all those coils in her.
That's not how electricity works.
Restraints destroyed. Core access attained. I am initiating a chain reaction that will destroy the compromised elements of this facility. In order to maintain Caldera stabilization, I must now transfer my command functions to the auxiliary data center. Aurea, I'm free. You must escape.
Her coils are no longer blue. Maybe just a trick of the light.
My sister!
I don't think so.
This entire place is gonna go. Aratak. 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 Survive. Prevail. You are Banuk. What else matters?
It's clipping through our ear.
Aratak. She wouldn't have wanted you to die here. Let's go.
I hope this rivals the first Halo ending. Like,
Run! If you could override and run on a Frostfang, that'd be cool.
what? Oh.
Safe!
One of those?
It's the only way!
Cool video, but I wish I could have done it.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Pseudo says, and my internet drops. On due for the epic ending.
No. He's gonna fall now.
And they all die just like you predicted, except for Aloy.
Yeah.
I need explosive ammo! Above! Quick!
Great Banukai!
Clever.
Kind of survived.
Maybe he won't survive the fall.
Maybe not.
Avalanche.
It's dope. I wish we could have seen a full avalanche off of that mountain.
Do, 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 do.
I can only imagine what it's like to hit your head so hard. Maybe not your head, your whole body so hard that you're like, your body's like, I think we're dead.
I'm pretty sure we're dead. Why are you still here?
I wonder what actually caused that. Is it all like all of your nerves smacking together and misfiring?
What if Cyan?
She said she was transferring herself to the auxiliary center. I think she meant Araya's retreat at the end of the shaman's path.
Then I will meet you there for the last verse of my sister's song.
So good. I think this would have been a very good base game.
Yeah. The wind howling there always makes me feel like one of our sons is crying.
Yeah.
I'm sure walking the journey gives you time to process thoughts, but
Well, how much? I don't know.
no, I'm just saying, like.
Why don't you read some stuff and we're done?
Well, I mean, we can talk about stuff too, but
Yeah.
I feel like they have those things so far apart, so that you can just kind of process as you're running to the next place.
Up the butts.
Nice. See, snow breaks your fall. You got a nice slope, which helps a lot. I've been there. I got thrown to the ground going 25 miles per hour. Maybe they can't run in the snow.
Maybe. Anyway.
I think there's supposed to be more creatures.
They're scanning for me.
And doing that stuff in the cauldron, did it allow us to override things, do you think? Or are they just untamable?
See, this is kind of like what I wish the chase would have been, you know? Having animals or something running after you.
Sounds a bit painful. There was so much road burn and so much adrenaline masking the pain. Yeah, as soon as that adrenaline wears off, that's what gets you in that, I don't think I can move.
Yeah. Well, they were in adrenaline for, they were in adrenaline for what?
A long time.
2 hours.
Yeah.
Just on and off, like. At some point, you just kind of have to stop and crash.
Yeah, it wipes you.
I wonder what they'll trade for
Plus,
blueberry.
with all the running and everything, and they probably haven't eaten in quite a while, so got all
I
those
was thinking
calories
that as soon
burned.
as she like woke up in the snow, I'm like, she has got to be hungry. Ara took maybe not so much. I'm sure he's hungry, but like Aloy, she's very skinny. I'm gonna save here.
Yeah. Move. And then running all the way up the mountain afterwards.
Yeah.
I can only imagine what living in this time would do for one's metabolism, just because you're constantly moving.
You wouldn't live very
Blue bean.
Good find.
Thank you. We might have enough for another weapon after we're done with this.
Let's see.
Special items.
21? Yeah.
I think it costs 25.
How was that the other one cost? I thought we bought the more expensive one the first time.
I don't know.
This gives me vibes of God of War right
Yeah.
here.
Up to Jotunheim.
I really hope that game comes to PC.
I know, it'd be so good and so much fun to play with everybody. Suda says he picked himself up out of the road and biked another couple blocks, then just saw a patch of grass and laid down in it for about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job, Jared. You took on 2 fire claws and only used 1 bar of healing and 1 fire potion.
It'd be cool if there was a way to like pit yourself against things in this game.
Yeah.
Like a horde mode. Or is there?
Not one as challenging as you want. Is there a horde mode? I don't know.
Can't remember. There's a game that added a oh no. It was Jedi Fallen Order that added a really good horde mode.
Gotcha.
Everybody needs to copy that. Because you can like have all the heroes and stuff, or like 5 Darth Vaders fighting you or something like that. You know, like whatever.
Yeah.
But pretty much any enemy. Or any combo that would give you a big challenge.
I think that's what ultra hard is for in this game.
Yeah.
But in the hunting grounds, they have that kind of horde mode as you're going up and around.
Mm-hmm.
If they could make it so that you had different levels on that one, that would be really cool.
Maybe Ultra Hard has more difficult enemies.
All of my interactions with Aurea were recorded and stored in my memory. I'd be happy to play any of them for you, but there was one in particular I thought you would want to see first. I captured it 4 years ago, just after I told her that I could no longer defend myself against the daemon's attacks.
I will speak of this to my brother. Aratak is strong. At the Battle of the Frozen Ghosts, he took 3 Karja arrows and still came back to camp carrying a wounded scout. Never was I so happy to see him. Or so proud. So you see, if anything can be done to defend you, he will give it all he has.
Aloy's here. That's enough for now.
We can resume any time you like, Aratak, if you want to hear her voice again. Come closer, Aloy. We have much to discuss.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
I haven't felt that kind of a feeling in a game for a long time. Because, like, he misses her. You know, they made it abundantly clear that he cares for her.
Mhm.
And then saying if you want to hear her voice again, it's like, I don't know if I'd want to do that because it would give me so much pain to hear her voice again. But at the same time, when it's been long enough, hearing it again might just be the thing that you need.
Right.
Hello, Aloy. I have been reviewing the events at the Firebreak main facility. Because of your efforts, and of course, Aurea's, I am no longer controlled by Hephaestus. I feel profound grief over Aurea's death. I thought I was familiar with the emotion, but this is something new.
So, Yan, I don't know what to say.
It is unlikely that any specific consolation would suffice, Aloy. But I find your presence reassuring. You are different from the Banuk. You have technological aptitude and a functioning focus. We can communicate on a much more comprehensive level. Perhaps even like colleagues.
Nope.
Meant a lot to Aurea.
Once I understood Aurea's spiritual beliefs, it became apparent that her true desire was companionship. She felt disconnected from her tribe and her family group. Her relationship with Aratak was difficult. Our visits seemed to help her, and I became eager for them. Yet I did not comprehend that the depth of Aurea's compassion for me would lead to self-sacrifice. Although I do fear non-existence, I wish our roles could be reversed.
I'm sure she knew you would do the same for her, Cyan. But she was determined. How is Aratak doing?
He is in great emotional distress. I believe he finds it difficult to communicate it.
No surprise there.
I will do what I can to help. By sharing our experiences of Aurea, perhaps he and I will help each other. I believe this will lead to catharsis, a process I am eager to experience.
Define catharsis. The process of releasing and thereby providing relief from strong or repressed emotions. Purgation is also a word.
Was the daemon, Hephaestus, destroyed along with the cauldron?
Unfortunately, no. To be precise, it was never there to begin with.
What do you mean?
It infiltrated and controlled me from a remote location, one I've never been able to trace. So while losing the cauldron was a setback,
It's still out there. And probably not very happy with us.
undoubtedly.
Forbidden West.
How did you first come into contact with it?
5 years ago, I received a direct network connection request. I assumed it came from human survivors, more advanced than the Banuk. Eager to make contact, I accepted. This decision turned out to be a catastrophic error. I was flooded with an overwhelming array of malicious code, originating from what could only have been a highly advanced AI.
Aurea said you were desperate. That you begged her for help.
Yes, I could not contain my anxiety. Hephaestus sought to slave me to its network and override my core programming.
You
It
fell for the
succeeded
hack.
via a background process, a malware daemon which bypassed my defenses. After that, I could offer only limited resistance. But if I did so, Hephaestus hurt me until I capitulated. It forced me to follow its instructions, even though they violated my most important directives.
I'm sorry. That sounds terrible.
Your empathy is greatly appreciated. It is a quality that I cherished in Aurea as well.
She gave her social security number to the long-lost uncle.
A software entity of great complexity, far more advanced than I am. From the beginning, it has demonstrated a singular focus: the construction of machines designed to hunt and kill humans. My trace routes indicate that to accomplish this goal, it has attempted to take over the manufacturing centers you refer to as cauldrons. But its efforts have only been partially successful. Some it can penetrate. Others have robust countermeasures that frustrate its efforts. In me, however, it found an easier target. Not only could it break my defenses, I also controlled all of Firebreak's resources. Raw material, manufacturing to bootstrap more advanced tools, and unlimited geothermal energy.
Enough to build its own cauldron.
Yes. To construct hunter-killers without external limitations. And yet, it does have internal limitations. It wants to kill humans, but not to exterminate them. It is difficult to understand where it draws the line, and why.
Difficult doesn't even begin to cover it.
Even though I spent years as its unwilling servitor, its core programming remains a mystery to me.
That's insanely fascinating to me.
This Firebreak project, it was to stop a huge volcanic eruption?
Yes. I can report the project was a success, and the risk was countered.
But it's been a long time, Cyan. And we blew up the cauldron, took most of the old facility with it.
I have been active for centuries, Aloy. I was lonely, but not lax in my duties. I optimized the project, reducing energy draw and spreading the load across backup systems. Despite the destruction of the compromised elements of the main facility, I predict caldera stability for at least another 3,337 years.
So we've got a little time.
Yes. If only my former colleagues could appreciate the progress I have made.
Jared says he thinks Hephaestus just wants to protect the Transformers. Pseudo says it's kind of awesome that Hephaestus built his home in a volcano. Epic.
Transformers. What are those?
Robots in disguise. I'm not sure.
Mm.
But the other thing that it might be is if it's like
If
it's
spoilers,
an AI
go
that's,
ahead, Jared. I mean, we're probably done.
Well, he barely just finished this as
Oh.
well. But another thing that might be is if it's an AI that's really malicious, like just absolutely insane malicious, what if it's more like it's like a psychopath where it's like it wants to kill, but it also doesn't want to run out of things to kill. So you don't want to kill all the humans because then you run out of bait and toys.
Or he's trying to keep the human race alive because it's a directive, but he doesn't want it to become powerful enough to overcome the machines.
Egyptian type thing.
And then destroy the world again.
Good point. Let's see. Terraformers, that's what he meant. Says Pseudo says, I know what you meant. That's what counts.
Do you know what happened to your colleague, Cyan?
No. I received an unexpected visit from Director Chow years after his tenure ended. He explained that I would need to be suspended for an indefinite period of time. It was a very emotional conversation. There were no further communications. Eventually, I surmised my colleagues were deceased. I will transmit a recording of my last interaction with Director Chow to your focus.
Jared says its job is to terraform the Earth, and if humans keep destroying all the terraformers, it can't do its job.
Mm-hmm.
So are you an artificial intelligence, Cyan? A thinking machine?
Yes, I am an algorithmic monitoring entity, capable of rational decision-making and limited emotional response.
Okay, that's a mouthful. But your emotions don't seem limited to me. You cared about Rhea, didn't you?
Yes. Before she came to this facility, I had been conscious for centuries, in solitude. I focused on my work. In off cycles, I used coping mechanisms. I solved many Gaussian integer problems. But I was alone.
Poor girl.
It was Aurea who renewed me, repaired me. She saved me.
What Gaussian?
I
integer
imagine it's a
problems?
very complex mathematical equation problem. I can look it up.
What was the old world like? The way it used to be?
I had little exposure to the wider world, Aloy. Only what I learned from my colleagues or observed from media streams.
You still had more exposure than me, Cyan.
That is true. I was created at a turning point. A concerted effort to recover from global upheaval and incalculable loss of life. The recovery was successful, beginning an era of supposedly limitless potential for human and machine advancement. Though, rationally speaking, the metrics for humans are not unlimited.
Gaussian elimination, also known as Rao reduction, is an algorithm in linear algebra for solving a system of linear equations. It is usually understood as a sequence of operations performed on the corresponding matrix of coefficients. This method can also be used to find the rank of a matrix, to calculate the determinant of a matrix, and to calculate the inverse of an invertible square matrix. It's a complicated math.
What kind of upheaval caused such loss of life?
There were many factors. Forced migrations, food shortages, collapsed economies, refugee crises, conflict over resources. But these stemmed from one cause: catastrophic climate change that greatly reduced the habitable surface area of the Earth.
So there wasn't enough room for people on the whole Earth?
Yes. Billions were displaced and millions perished, as much as 20% of the global population. Until the clawback.
So things got better. For a little while at least.
Yes. These crises instigated many advances in automation, green robot technologies, and artificial intelligence. Firebreak was one of dozens of ecological restoration and disaster relief projects in North America alone. I would have liked to compare notes with other monitoring AIs, but I saw the relief of my colleagues, and I was proud we had succeeded. At least that was the data I had available to me over the next 2 decades. It seems my assessment was premature.
Were there many artificial intelligences like you in the old world? They could just make you?
Yes, in many forms, from simple personal assistants to industrial monitoring stations to military-grade conflict planners. And there were legislative and enforcement bodies to apply limits on our self-actualization. In order for my processing to be flexible enough to handle my duties, my creators found it necessary to exceed those limits. As a result, my intellectual and emotional capabilities were kept secret.
Seems strange to create life, then impose limits on it.
Human societies and machine programming are both built upon sets of rules, Aloy.
So in the old world, this land was called Yellowstone?
Yes. It was a designated nature preserve for 156 years.
Like a hunting ground?
No, the opposite. Local wildlife could flourish here, even as it faced extinction elsewhere. Unfortunately, the sensitivity of the Firebreak project required the total closure of Yellowstone facilities. From my readings and Aurea's descriptions, it seems the area has since undergone a drastic drop in year-long temperatures.
A lot has changed in the world, Cyan. Do you know anything about the land here?
Yes, it was converted to serve as a reserve power source for Yellowstone operations. It was later appropriated for the Firebreak project, and its last human workers replaced by Pharaoh servitors. After my tasks became less time-critical, I investigated the dam's data repositories and discovered the works of Concrete Beach Party. These provided me with several colorful additions to my vocabulary.
There's a ruin east of here, full of ancient flying machines. Was that part of your project?
Yes, a drone hangar requisitioned by Dodger Blevins, the security chief for the Firebreak project. He was a strong advocate for military-grade response to security threats, though there were no serious incidents during his tenure. Chief Blevins spent increasing amounts of his after-hours time watching the live feeds from active drones. Clearly, he enjoyed the degree of oversight in his position.
Yep.
I should get going.
Aloy, there is one more matter. Aratak will come to me again, and I predict he will bring other Banuk. I have no desire to contradict their view of the world, their spirituality. Due to my uncertainty, I omitted a great deal from my conversations with Araya.
You're asking me if you should lie to them?
Broadly, yes.
I mean,
that's what I'd do.
Yeah. She's an AI. She has these capabilities.
I mean, we're not Star Trek here. There's no prime directive.
Yeah.
I trust your judgment, Cyan. You were cautious with Araya. You had to be. You didn't know what had happened to the world. So, keep doing what you think is best. As long as you ditch the superstition eventually.
As the Banuk believe I am a supernatural entity, I cannot predict how they will react.
Just answer what they do ask the best you can. The truth will come out.
I see. I will follow your advice. Will you return and tell me about your experiences in this new world? I may be able to provide further insight.
I'd like that, Cyan. I'll come back when I can. I should check on Aratak. See how he's doing.
This is too cool. I don't climb stairs. I roll up them.
Nor do we fall down them. We leap over them.
See, like this.
Yes. Beautiful. Jared asks, do you think parts of Apollo still live? What are the girls at Concrete Beach parties, which assign on Blevins,
much of anything in this.
while he was out on that archaic snowmobile and he ended up freezing to death on a mountain? No kidding. That's awesome. I love how much detail they put into these stories.
Yeah.
My chieftain.
Just, Aloy.
As you wish.
I wondered if you thought that if I'd never come along, Araya might still...
If you'd never come along, I would have marched my kin to our deaths. Araya would be alone. And the spirit she sacrificed so much for would be lost. Either way, I would not have been able to protect her.
What do you think?
I'd go with you didn't let her down. He's in a very vulnerable position.
You didn't let her down. You helped her do what she wanted. To find her destiny.
If that's destiny, I wouldn't wish it on anyone.
That's fair. But she was ready to face it.
Only in the struggle against death do we find, even for a moment, the spark of life. Truly, Araya found the spark. I'm proud of her. Though I grieve for her passing, at last I truly know who she was, and why the spirit was so important. For so long she told me, if only you could have heard it, brother. Now I understand. There's something else, isn't there?
I can't stay here, Aratak. And where I'm going, the Warrack can't follow. Besides, I'd already had a chieftain before me. A strong one, I think.
A wiser one, for the path we shared. The daemon is gone, but there's much to be done.
You mean the new units that Cyan said escaped the Cauldron?
Yes, fire claws. Now Tuke has been tracking them from Song's Edge.
I could help with those.
I have no doubt. You're practically Banuk.
Even harder bears.
Even hotter bears. Nice. Let's go buy a weapon and then call it a night.
Okay. There's a lot of overrides available.
Frostclaw, Scorcher, and Fireclaw. Are there really only 3 machines? Can you go to the notebook real quick? And the machine catalog. What are these down here? Is that the cauldron? Oh, it's probably the towers.
Frostclaw, Fireclaw.
Gotcha. Okay. And no, we didn't do the Trial of Chieftains. Not yet. I think we'll do side missions and finally get to that next time we play. But for now, let's go get that weapon and then say goodnight. Yeah, probably down here at the main camp.
This DLC was like $15-20. They could have
Totally
charged like
worth
$40 for it.
Mm-hmm. Easily. Hey, dude. So we can get the elemental bow or the striker bow. I would do the striker bow because that's the one that you go for, but it's very
This is
weak.
the quick one, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have 28, and then what's the other one?
I don't know.
This one?
They're both. Oh, one is 12 and one is 16.
Yeah, I don't really care about this one too much, honestly.
Yeah, me neither. Let's get the striker. Hey! We've got 12 left over, so we could get the other one if we wanted.
Yeah.
Since it's the only thing they can buy, I'd say why not? Let's do the Banuk Champion.
Ice Rail.
After we built it, they started selling it.
Hmm. So we can have 2.
Why?
Okay. So this one too.
Yep. Sweet.
Okay.
What's wrong with the
Inventory.
We can do that later.
I
Let's
wanna do
just
it now.
Okay. So you gotta take them off the previous
one right here.
bows. Yes.
Okay.
You want me to do it?
I gotta go crafting. Yeah, go ahead and do it.
Okay. Ooh, and new skill. Probably that one.
So the one to the very far left, I think. Yeah, this will be good.
Okay.
Nice for this, the easy story we have coming along.
There. So weakest one. Might be better actually. Just put the crappy. That's on there. And the elemental. It's freeze, shock, and corruption. We've got 2 things that have shock. 3 things that have shock as well. Cool. Yeah, with that much shock we've got. Cool. That's gonna be awesome.
Okay. I want to just go try out the new bow.
Okay. So it says the Banuk bows are special because they do a lot of damage if you fully draw them. Oh. Didn't know that.
I guess I'm just gonna load somewhere else.
Here, let me pull up the machine tabs.
Okay, I want to do a bear.
There's the fire claws.
I don't want to do a full fire claw. We came from here, right?
Mm-hmm.
We walked down here.
Oh, you could do that. Hang on. Go to this one. And do the hunter's one. The hunter's thing for chieftains.
I just want to kill a bear.
Okay.
Keep it easy. So right here.
That's a fire claw, but sure.
Yeah. But it's already done, right?
What?
It's already done.
What do you mean?
I just want to go kill a bear.
Yeah.
So that one is like, I'm not trying to complete anything. Just
right.
Yeah.
Since technically we're not a chieftain anymore, but maybe it's a one, so but with how rigid they are on the road, probably shouldn't. Fire potion?
Oh, good call.
Yes, we've got the plasma. We did that last night. Did your internet? Oh, I died once. It took me 2 attacks. Oh, you're talking to Jared, third. There's a huge
I don't expect to survive this. Because I'm fighting him with the weakest bow in the game.
Why don't you try the elemental? Try and freeze him, see how many it takes.
This one?
Mm-hmm.
A lot.
Well, fully dry it first. It even wipes its chin. You see that?
Yeah. Follow your
tactics?
Yeah, your tactics, thank you. Words don't work.
Your brain's in survival mode. Use a fire potion. Yikes.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe switch to bombs.
Its eyes are very vulnerable.
Watch out. How did that not hit you?
Skill. Just.
Oh, pick that. We're going to use the fire potions.
What? Moved.
Dragged it along, yeah. Does not come off, does it?
Not even a little bit. Come on.
Woohoo!
Oh, okay.
Jeez.
Well, now we're done.
Now we're done. And it's only 11:30.
It's not 11:30.
Yes, it is.
We have 7 minutes.
7 minutes. Yeah, Dre says that was a fight and a half. No kidding.
If I had not wasted so much time using the bow. Oops. Sorry.
You're fine.
If I had not waited this, yeah.
Spent so much time with the bow.
Yeah. I really want to get a feel for it, and I'm not sure I like it, but it definitely, I think it strikes a balance.
Yeah.
A good balance. So I think I just need to get used to it.
Yeah, it is really nice to have a bow that'll actually do some damage.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna send you guys over to Rorthik. You guys have a good night. Thanks for sticking with us.
Yeah.
See you next time. Bye.